are at the Knuckleduster Miniatures, and I am with our good friend Forrest. Looking like he might be up to some no good. I don't know. How's things going?
Oh, it's great. We had the best Thursday of any day of sales of any convention we've ever had.
Awesome. It was crazy yesterday.
It was
I'm not
crazy
surprised.
yesterday,
I'm
yeah.
not surprised.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. So what's new? What's cooking with Knuckleduster?
Oh, we got a lot of new stuff this year. A lot of new gunfighter characters. We have a lot of people who definitely are not from certain movie franchises.
Oh no, definitely not.
They're not. They absolutely aren't.
Not like Three Guys.
No, there's not three guys that are. Yeah, so we've got.
Yes.
Right. We've got Caballeros.
Yes.
No, but so yeah, we've been just banging away at putting out figure after figure and trying to cover as many of the themes and stuff that people are interested in as we can. And the game just continues to grow. The community just continues to grow. This game, it allows people to have a gunfight game over and done within 15 minutes, set up another one and do it again, and laugh at each other, and silly wound results, and it's just, but it has just taken on a life of its own.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. Have you found people are leaning into like a certain type of character, or are we all over the place?
We're all over the place.
Yeah.
I think people like their cinematic characters the best.
Yeah.
I think the place we go next with this whole thing is that we have a book planned called Sporting House Rules.
Okay.
So as you know, a sporting house is sort of a gambling hall. House rules. So what we're doing, instead of doing a second edition, we'll have a book that about half of it will be suggested optional house rules.
Oh, fun. That's cool.
Modifications to rules if you want to use them. If you don't, that's fine. The other half will be scenarios.
All right. That sounds very fun.
Yeah.
That sounds very fun. Well, cool stuff.
And we're modular, so we have card decks. And card decks continue to add elements to the game. We just did our Pistolier 2 deck. We have special abilities. The Pistolier deck is a deck of special abilities. So instead of picking it off of a chart or rolling it up like you would in a role-playing game, you have cards, and you can either deal them out randomly, or you can have the system where, as a game master, you just lay them all out and pick and design characters.
I love that. That adds a nice, fun element, a little something extra. Very cool.
So I'll give you an example.
Please.
Of a Pistolier ability. Might be annoying as a Pistolier ability. If this character, nerve-wracking, it's actually called nerve-wracking. If this character is one of your allies and they're within 6 inches, it detracts from your skills.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, because he's like, hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Did I ever tell you about the time? Did I ever tell you about the time there was in this one gunfight where we had this guy? Yeah.
That's hilarious. I love that. Yeah. Well, good stuff. It is always great catching up with you.
The board game is another thing.
Yeah.
And this has been a hit with families of gamers and friends of gamers. And so, like for instance, we had a couple come by here earlier and just bought everything there was to go with the board game.
That's
so
great.
It takes the Gunfighter's Ball experience and makes it accessible to people who are not hobbyists.
That's cool. But you know, it's funny. So we saw in the Mahogany Room last night some of this being played.
Yeah.
And I thought, can you substitute minis as your tokens on there?
Yeah, size of the square allows for the bases of the regular characters.
That's awesome.
You can do that. In fact, when we did the Kickstarter, all of the characters in the game, we did duplicate characters in the traditional 28mm size.
Very cool. Very cool.
So you can get. One of my favorite characters in this game is a sort of a Frosty the Snowman villain.
Nice.
With the top hat and the twirling mustache.
That's great. So. That's great. Oh, I love that because, like you said, people that are non-hobbyists can approach this, get really cool, and then if you want to plus it up a little bit, add those minis, and that kind of helps maybe people dabble over into the hobby side. So.
And we designed, there's concepts in this game that we added to that and they will make their way back. And like, for instance, we have dirty trick cards.
Oh, that's cool.
So the dirty trick cards will make their way into this game at some point.
Very fun.
Yeah.
Very fun. Oh, well, we're going to have to play some of this. That's all there is to it. It is great catching up with you, Forrest. We always like seeing you, and I hope the rest of the show is as awesome as yesterday was.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
I'll see you guys in the next one.